Let's go to Sydney now and get some analysis from Leonid Petrov. He's a senior lecturer at the International College of Management and a visiting fellow at the Australian National University. Thank you so much for coming onto the program. Now, when we see what's happening in the Korean Peninsula, especially over the last few days, I mean, so much taking place in less than a week. What do you think the message Pyongyang is what are they trying to send here? You've got missile testing over the weekend and now taking place just a few hours ago.
I think there are many messages which North Korea is prepared to send, not only across the Pacific, but also across the Korean Peninsula, across the borders with Russia and China, and of course, for the domestic audience, for the people of North Korea. Well, just a few days ago, North Koreans celebrated the 73rd anniversary of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And surprisingly, the midnight parade did not display any high-tech capability, which North Korea usually tries to demonstrate. So just a few days later, we saw the new strategic, super powerful cruise missile tested. And just a few hours ago, North Korea again surprised the world with a ballistic missile launch. Well, both launches are supposed to demonstrate the technological might of North Korea, but also the determination of to defend itself, but also the readiness to negotiate. The price is high. It's flying to the sky, and every moment, every minute is very precious. And the Biden administration should understand that it is an invitation to the negotiating table, but also the Chinese partners, and the foreign minister of China is currently in South Korea meeting with the South Korean counterpart, also must understand that North Korea is not necessarily relying on Chinese support, but can defend itself. And also the Russian partners also must understand that North Korean economy is not desperate. It's strong, it's determined to feed its people, regardless of the shortage of energy, regardless of the natural disasters. And the economic difficulties are going to be met with bold face and high tech and high resolution.
Leonid, what do you expect the reaction to be from North Korea's neighbors? I mean, Japan is holding an emergency meeting in the coming hours. There are reports that Tokyo actually believes that this ballistic missile launch was a violation of UN Security Council resolutions. What are they expected to do?
Well, yes, indeed. Today's launch was in violation of the United Nations Security Resolution because it was a ballistic technology. As for the cruise missile technology, it's not considered to be in violation. So Japan would convene its self-defense force and also the cabinet in any way, because they understand that the danger is coming out of the Korean Peninsula. We understand that the launch of the ballistic missile terminated in the waters of the Pacific, and after flying 800 kilometers, it did not reach the Japanese exclusive economic zone. So there's no need for concern of safety of boats or any flights. So, but for the Japanese national security, of course, one day experimentation with ballistic technology or even with the cruise missile technology may end badly. If the rocket hits a school or a supermarket, it's going to result in numerous fatalities. So certainly an invitation to negotiating table, not only to Americans, but to the Japanese as well. And I remember that the previous prime minister was keen to meet with Kim Jong-un. And we remember that there were a number of summits with North Korean leader in South Korea, between South Korean leaders and also American and Chinese. And the Russian president also met Kim Jong-un a few years ago. So maybe it's time for the prime minister, potentially new prime minister of Japan, to consider the summit with the North Korean leader. There's a lot to negotiate.
A lot to negotiate indeed. Leonid Petrov, really appreciate your analysis. Thank you so much.